3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Hi, welcome back to the second episode of Jam and Sam podcast. So, we had a lot of fun with the first episode.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot of attention, I guess.
Not really. But
Well,
it got more attention than we were thinking, and
that's nice.
we really appreciate it. All the views for the first one, even though it wasn't amazing.
You got like 30 views, but whatever.
30 views is good.
It's good because it's like one of my best, at least.
Yeah.
For a YouTube
We
video.
both have other channels, but we
Yeah.
aren't really uploading to them anymore.
Not really.
Okay, so...
This is a great intro.
I'm Jam.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And this is our podcast.
Yeah.
So the bit of news flash, everyone.
Everything has changed.
So before, we were gonna have video games before
Movies.
In our podcast, but now we are changing that. We are putting our movies to first, so you get
Because we put all these lovely little notes.
For our movie that we aren't saying yet. You probably know from the thumbnail, though. So, you'll be hearing the movies first and the video game reviews after. So a little recap of how this show works. We do a movie review.
Then we do a video game review.
Then we do 2 one-timers.
One-timers are topics and subjects that we will be doing only in this podcast episode.
Yeah.
So, you better watch this one, because this is the only time we'll be talking about them.
Yeah, so, and then we outro it. So it's fun time. Just relax, listen to it. Listen to us talk. So, our movie is
called...
one of Sam's favorites.
Yeah, I like this movie. I think it's really sweet and nice, and I don't think it's the worst movie in the world.
Yeah, for last episode I picked it, and I love Alien, and he picked it, and the movie that we're doing is
called Be Kind, Rewind, starring Jack Black and
Danny Glover, and Yazine Bey. I'm probably butchering the name right now.
But sorry, yes.
Yeah. Bey, we like you. He was a good character. So, it was released in 2008. It's a movie about... You should just explain.
I don't think we should do spoilers yet.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll get into spoilers.
So Jack... let's go into the actors a bit first before we go into the plot.
Yeah. You probably know who Jack Black is.
Yeah, Jack Black, but he really plays the same character he plays in many movies he's played in. He's got, like, the same character every time he plays, and it's that. It's about this, it's about kind of, like, how, VHS is going out of style, and it's being replaced by CDs.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny, because now in 2018...
CDs are going out of style.
DVDs are going out of style. Video stores are dying, and that's kind of sad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like video stores. I think they're really nice. But, back to the movie. It did not get amazing reviews.
On IMDb, it got 6.4.
Out of 10. We're just on the IMDb page right now.
Yep.
Look at it. Last time the internet wasn't working, so we didn't remember any of the names for Alien characters except for Sigourney Weaver and John Hurt. But now we have it, and it's good. So, did
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Yeah, okay. I was just like, did we say this person?
Okay, so Jack Black. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. So it got a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 52 of 100 on Metacritic. So not an amazingly
loved movie by the critics.
No. And this movie is about a lot of things. I think... Sorry, something just opened.
Let's just...
Because it's a sweet movie. This is a very sweet movie. I think it's very nice.
Yeah. I don't think it's, like, crap. I think the acting most of the time is,
Yeah,
not
there's
the
a few
worst.
acting.
There's a few, like, lines that, kind of hit me the wrong way.
Yeah, you know, this movie isn't just about VHSs, though.
No, it's about...
Stores. It's also about Fats Waller.
Who
Is,
I didn't know about before this movie.
Oh. He's a famous...
jazz artist.
Yeah.
Jazz
artist. And it's also partially about him.
Yeah.
And I like Fats Waller a lot. I think he's really good. My dad introduced me to Fats Waller, and I think he's really funny. Not really funny, but like, his stuff is good. He makes good jazz. Yeah, I like him a lot. So also someone that I liked in this movie is Jack Black. I thought he was good in this movie. I actually thought he had a good performance.
Yeah. But he's still Jack Black playing Jack Black.
Yes, he was playing his Jack Black. So, do you have any comments about him?
Not really. Just that he's a good actor sometimes. Yeah, it's the same thing. There's like one part where I thought he flubbed his lines, and it was kind of funny because he was in a part when he was like trying to convey he's like, and then he was supposed to say something, but he just continued going and then said his lines. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. So. So the Fats Waller part's all sort of built around a documentary.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
And so they kind of tell
about his life.
And I think that's
interesting.
Very interesting. I like it. So we're probably going to get into spoiler territory pretty soon.
Yeah.
So all of this review is probably going to be a spoiler, so just take heed, go watch the movie, listen to the review.
It's pretty good.
Here it'll be, after this, it'll be very spoilery, and we will be talking about the entire movie.
Yes.
So, okay, so
yeah.
So about the documentary parts,
brain fart.
Yeah.
How does it start again?
It starts with his death.
Yeah.
So the opening of the movie.
Yeah, the opening of the movie is like film grainy, like that's what I'm going for, right?
Yeah, film grainy.
And it's like old timey, and it's like it's black and white, and it's like in the train, and it's like before you even get to know the characters, you kind of already feel for this guy.
Yeah.
And he dies.
They show how Fats Waller died. He
died
in the cold.
Yeah, in a train.
So, the documentary parts of this movie are good.
We can talk about them a bit more later, because when they come up more in the story.
Yeah.
We can talk about the plot. I guess.
Going back, this is a good idea for plot. I think it's a really fun idea and well made. Like, there's some really funny sequences in this movie. Yeah. So the whole point is they need to all their tapes get magnetized in their store. Because
the Jack Black playing Jerry, I don't remember his last name.
I didn't think he had a last name.
No, they were all just first names, Jerry, except Mr.
Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher, and we don't even know his first name, so everyone had one name.
Yep.
So Jack Black is paranoid about this power plant, and he thinks that the government is sending microwaves through this power plant to force people to accept things, to buy things, and so he wants to botch their operation, finger quotes, and so he takes his friend, Mike.
Who's the partial owner of the store, right?
Yeah.
He works at this
store called
DVD, not DVD, VHS store called
Rental.
Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah.
Rental.
So he is like, we are going to destroy this power plant so we don't get those government radio waves anymore.
Yeah.
And then while he's doing it, Mike is like, this is a bad idea, and kind of walks away. And then Jack Black gets electrocuted.
Yeah, and gets magnetized.
Well, he should have died. Also, all lightning is blue. Every movie, all CGI lightning is blue. It's funny.
So yeah.
Then He gets magnetized.
And then he touches all the VHSs in the store.
Which is...
So they have no VHSs, so...
Because, yeah, they all get erased.
So there are a lot of angry customers.
Yeah, all the customers act like really mean.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean...
Jack Black at the start was a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, so there are a bunch of good sequences that come from that, because they need to make...
Each one of the movies again.
Each one of the movies again with their old camera.
Yeah.
So they basically remake movies like Ghostbusters, like When
Rush
We Were
Hour
Kings,
2.
Carrie.
Rush Hour 2.
Yep. Really funny sequences of them like running around at the camera. And then there's the part in the library where they try to replicate the scene from Ghostbusters, but they only have 2 people. So they go up to this random library.
And it's like, have you been talking to Elvis lately? And then he's like, whoosh! And he gets like these pipe cleaners and waves them in her face.
It's a really funny scene. Like, so, all filming sequence is very good. Standout part of the movie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're very well done. But there's some...
These people, so this person's like, so we're not very explaining everything like very chronologically.
Yeah, I know. But
Mr. Fletcher leaves to do some research about DVDs.
Uh-huh.
And so Mike is put in front of the store, like as the manager now, and everything goes wrong.
Yeah, so that's basically the story.
Yeah.
And so those are some pretty good parts. Now we gotta get to some cliches.
Yes, there were some of those.
There are a lot of cliches in this movie. Just gotta go through a few of them, because there are a lot of them. There are many villains for this movie.
Yes,
but,
the homeowner villain.
So, businessman that wants to take down the store. Where have you heard that before? In every single other movie.
There's so many movies that's like, we need to shut this place down.
So yeah, this is very cliche. The other villain is played by Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver is in it, which is a coincidence, because we talked about Alien last week, and now we're talking about Be Kind Rewind that has Sigourney Weaver.
We like, the first time we watched it, we did not recognize Sigourney Weaver, and then the second time we were like, wait, pause that, go back. Wait, who is that? That looks like Sigourney Weaver. And
so
then we looked it up
on IMDb, and she's at the bottom of the cast list. It's just like all these random people that you've probably never seen in your life. Oh yeah, Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Yeah.
And she's like at the bottom of the casting list. It's amazing.
I guess this kind of takes us into actors.
The characters.
Yeah, characters.
Yeah, the characters aren't amazing.
No.
Yeah.
What I found is that instead of developing individual characters, they developed the people around. Like, they developed everyone at once, which is an interesting approach.
Yep.
Like, because instead of feeling for each character, because I didn't feel too much empathy for each of the characters individually, like, Sigourney Weaver's like the copyright person who's like,
who comes in and is like, all these remakes that you're selling for money are bad.
And they're copyrighted.
They're copyrighted, so then she just
is like
runs them over.
The steamroller.
The steamroller.
And like some of the people are like fighting to like take their movies because they starred in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is a thing later on. They get amazingly popular movies.
We are not explaining this very.
We're explaining it fine. So then they get. They get their parts. So they ask for like. After
Jack Black magnetizes everything and erases all of the data, people come in and are like, "Can I have this movie, please?"
Mm-hmm.
And so, the first person asks for Ghostbusters, and so they have 2 hours to make a 20-minute film of Ghostbusters. So they do that, and it's really funny.
Yeah, funny parts.
And then he's like, wow, this other guy comes in and is like, can I have Rush Hour 2? And they're like, oh no, how are we going to make Rush Hour 2?
Yeah.
So they make Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
And so near the end, I don't understand the plot of Rush Hour 2, or I don't know why.
Yeah, we haven't seen Rush Hour 2.
No, but so they have the villain and the main character have to kiss.
Yeah.
And the villain is a female character, but they recreate it with the Jack Black's mechanic, which is a male character.
Yeah.
And he is unwilling to kiss him.
So. They need to find a girl.
Oh, yeah.
And
They do this in the weirdest way possible.
Weird, creepy.
They go
plot.
to this random laundromat.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, you look pretty. Do you want to star in our film?
Just amazingly creepy because she's just like,
no, I have to do my job.
So then she's like, oh yeah, sister, go with these strange men that say they're movie makers into an alleyway to film a movie.
With a kissing scene, because they need a woman for that.
Yeah. Also, the actor that plays the girl, Melanie Diaz.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna look up some of the movies that she has starred in.
Well, not she hasn't really starred in much.
No.
She's not amazing.
No.
To say the least. She's fine in some scenes, but in some scenes you're just like, God, I don't watch this.
Yeah,
It's
there's some
bad.
something else went wrong
bad.
again.
Yeah, something went wrong.
Like glitched out or something. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. GarageBand, haha, funny. The only thing that you have for a podcast.
That's not the greatest.
No, okay. So yeah, we're talking about Melanie Diaz. There's some scenes that were very robotic.
Yes.
Very just...
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Very, weird. Not very well made.
No.
Not very well acted. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was...
That's all I have to really say about her.
Yeah, she was bad. Okay, there's a subplot in this movie.
Yes, the one of the main villains, like not main villains, but I mean
main characters, Mr.
Yeah,
Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher is like looking around and is trying to like update his store so that the people don't destroy it and replace it with
yeah. Stuff.
With
like
apartment buildings.
Yeah. So he looks for he looks at this Blockbuster. Blockbuster is this old DVD
he goes
store.
He goes to I thought it was West Coast Video.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was sort of like a Blockbuster store.
Yeah. I thought
So
it was
he
West
goes
Coast
to
Video.
this DVD store rental place called
he's
Blockbuster
like,
Video.
noting things down.
And he's like spying on it and he's noting things down. And it's all cool and all, but like this subplot in this movie doesn't make sense and doesn't need to be there.
If you took everything away from like Mr. Fletcher's plot of like part about like trying to keep the thing there, you could still have to trying to keep the thing there, but you don't need to like emphasize it as much. You just need to say it'll be replaced because that's like the reason they're doing this. But like it doesn't need to be, oh, I'm spying, I need to be replaced, I need to update everything, and I'm spying on, like, this other story.
It's just a plot that's unneeded and not amazing. Not amazing at all. So, yeah, that's a gripe. But this movie is very charming.
Yes.
This is a very charming movie. Sorry, water fell.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's right here.
Yep.
You were twisting it the wrong way.
Sorry. It's very hot. We're in an attic right now, and there's no air conditioning in an attic.
In this attic, at least.
Yep, it's a very hot attic right now. So, what were we talking about? It's very charming and sweet, and the ending is very sweet.
They make a movie, so they all get flagged for copyright.
Yeah.
And so they owe
the
like $3
movies
billion. They either owe $3 billion or 63,000 years in prison.
Mm-hmm. Something crazy like that.
If they keep the movies around.
So then they
Sigourney Weaver gets
a steamroll and just steamrolls everything, and it's like this funniest scene because it's like everybody's like, oh
no!
God, what's gonna happen? And they're all like, what's the future? We're gonna go out of business. We're gonna be homeless. And then it cuts back. It's like this man in a steamroller, just like.
And then he goes over it twice, and then we have this pointless shot of Sigourney going one more time.
Yeah.
and,
and there's dramatic music swelling. It's like, doo, and it rolls over the tapes, and it's funny.
Yeah. It is emotional though, kind of.
It's sort of emotional.
I felt empathy for the people and less for Jack Black, Diaz, and the other guy.
Yeah. So characters. Did we talk about the characters? The characters are not amazingly fleshed out, and they kind of feel like cliches.
Yes.
So there's the girl.
Literally, that's the cliche. There's the girl.
There's the girl. There's the owner of the store. There's the paranoid man played by Jack Black.
So there's Jack Black played by Jack Black.
And then there's
the only movie that I've seen with Jack Black where he does not play Jack Black is in the new Jumanji movie when he's literally someone else. Like he's a character. So yes, he has to act like someone else.
Yep. So
yeah.
And then there's the cautious random guy that's working at the store.
How can you not catch?
I'm sorry, I'm bad at screwing up with water bottles.
It's not that hard.
Okay, let's just see. I don't think there's much more to these
Characters.
movies. Yeah. So, yeah, these characters.
It's an hour and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a pretty short movie, actually.
It felt short.
Yeah, it felt shorter than it is. So...
It started... going back, really winding around, it started out with them graffitiing about this Fats Waller, and then, these kids are like, who's that? Is that Louis Armstrong? And no, it's Fats Waller. And then, I'm like, that's just kind of a pointless scene.
Yeah, there were a few pointless scenes in this movie that kind of felt like it was just padding the runtime. Okay, we gotta talk about some good stuff.
Yes.
Because it's an okay movie. You really like it.
I really like it. It's so sweet. The ending is really nice. It made my dad cry, and he's only seen the ending.
We need to talk about the ending, okay?
Yeah.
This is a really nice ending. So it's gonna get shut down, right?
Yeah.
So they make this documentary with the entire town about Fats Waller, and that turns out to be the documentary that you've been seeing the entire movie.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because you see them filming all the scenes, and it cuts to the premiere, and everybody wants to destroy the store. But then...
but there's, tons of people going to watch a movie in there.
Yeah, so they can't cut it down because there's, 100 people in that DVD store watching it.
Yeah.
And so it's really sweet, and they're all watching the movie. And then they go out, and they're like...
No, wait, they were going to watch it on a small screen TV, and Jack Black destroys the TV.
Yep.
And so this guy from the West Coast Video comes over and is like, oh, do you want my projector? Because that would be useful at this moment. Because he owes them one because he was sleeping in the store and they found out about it. He's like, please don't tell anybody.
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
He comes over with the big projector. They project it
onto the window.
Into the window with a drape in front of it, so everybody sees it. It's really nice. But then, to pump up the notch again, they hear a bunch of people cheering. They come out, and the movie has been projected through the glass, and there are a bunch of people
watching it outside of the store. And it's really sweet.
And they're just cheering.
I don't know how it resolves in the end because, so it seems like we have to tear this building down. So the guy walks in the middle of the movie and it's like, we have to tear this building down because evacuate everyone because we have to tear the building down. And then everyone starts cheering, and he's like outside, and then everyone sees the movie, and he's like, and then like the last couple scenes are him walking up to Mr. Fletcher and shaking his hand. He's like, everything will be fine. And I'm like, how? I don't understand how just because you watch
Everything will
this,
be fine.
you watch this movie, you will not
destroy
the house.
the house. Like you were gonna say, like it kind of like fixed everything really funnily. Like,
Yeah, the ending was really sweet. Just the
sweet, but
the
over the
solution
top,
was weird.
but really,
Really nice.
yeah, it was really nice. It ended on a really good note, and then the credits you see a bunch of footage from the documentary.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
So, and then one of the credits, like footage things, is that they say, go to this website and you can watch all of our sweeted movies, which is what they call their remade movies.
Uh-huh.
And we went to the website, and it's got nothing to do with anything about the movie.
You go to their website, and it's
got,
literally
like,
just like a bunch of scams.
It's like ads.
It's
It's like, watch this, and it's literally an ad for a watch.
Uh-huh.
And so...
Yeah, weird. Probably because it was made in 2008, and it's 2018.
Yeah, it's 10 years.
10 years old.
Yeah.
And the movie still holds up.
Yeah.
It's only 10 years old, but like it holds up.
Yep.
2008 doesn't feel like that long ago. Then you're just like, oh yeah, it was made in like 2008, which is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Time flies, right? Do you think that's it for the?
Yeah, I think that'll be. Yeah. I suggest go watching this movie.
Yeah, go watch it. It's
really
very
fun.
It's very fun.
Now, since we've switched it up, on to our video game.
So, our video game, it's Star Wars Battlefront 2. So this is the episode of Meh Things. And Star Wars Battlefront is the epitome of a meh game.
I think it's just terrible. I think it doesn't deserve a meh.
Yeah, EA really screwed it up. EA should get the... You know what? Like...
I think EA should just stop.
I heard this somewhere else, but like EA was voted worst company over like companies that destroy trees and forests and stuff. EA got voted over top of those companies in like a vote on who the worst company is. And they are awful. EA destroyed this game.
They made so much hype. It looked so much fun. And I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
It was $80.
We both pre-ordered it. That's $80 down the drain for a game that we thought was going to be good. And you know what's funny?
Like, because the first Battlefront was amazing. I thought it was really good.
The original Battlefront?
Yeah.
Or the Battlefront 2015.
Battlefront 2015. I thought
it was really good.
I thought it was fun, at least.
I thought it was pretty fun. It was still like, it was just a Battlefront, not a Battlefield ripoff, but
it was
I was like, oh yeah, Battlefront 2 is going to be so much better than the first Battlefront, not the original Battlefront from like 2000, which is so much better. Those games are really good. But it's not, it's worse.
It's
and you know what's sad?
So much worse.
Is DICE made it a fantastic game, and it has really good ideas and good mechanics. But you know what?
And good graphics.
Yeah, good graphics.
It has a single-player campaign, which is adequate.
Has an adequate single-player campaign that we'll get to.
That's the only game, that version of the game, that I would buy this game for. So, a $20 game, I would buy the single-player campaign.
Yeah.
That's it. I wouldn't buy it for anything else.
EA gotta come in and say, wait, microtransactions, because that's the only way we're gonna make money off of a Star Wars game.
That's $80. It's not like we can hype it up and just make it good.
Yeah.
No.
And I understand microtransactions.
They're like understandable.
I do understand microtransactions in games where it's cosmetics, because games cost a ton of money.
Yeah.
So people buy the games, but they also need to... Buying a bunch of people buying the game still isn't enough to... It's enough to go over it, but it isn't enough to like,
make enough
to
profit.
make enough money for another game. So I understand how companies put in like loot boxes, which I'm not amazingly... I
impressed with.
I'm not impressed with loot boxes, but at least they're
like
cosmetics.
Yeah, at least like okay, and it's 100% pay to win.
Yeah, that's the problem with this.
You
they
can
put in
buy Darth Vader
microtransactions that are pay to win
instead of cosmetic only,
which is dumb. Because I played the open beta and I was like,
wow, this is interesting.
God, I'm never gonna get my $80 back.
Yeah. I was like, this looks... So, when I played the beta, I was like, this looks like a fun game. So, and my dad thought so too. And so, we both spent $40 on this game.
Yeah. There's a lot of money that I put into this game.
Yeah.
Because all the gameplay aspects were amazing, and you know what's funny? EA didn't put a single bit of information about microtransactions in the game, even in any of the trailers, even in the open beta where they showed it at E3.
Yeah, they didn't.
There was no microtransactions.
There was like, no, you can. There was like, you have Darth Vader. It's not like you can buy Darth Vader. And like the multiplayer game modes aren't like just like you're fighting people. You get this thing. You do stuff like 2015, and I thought it was quite simple and well done. But this one is like, oh, the ways it does its multiplayer.
I thought it was really good.
Some of the multiplayer was good, but like there's like certain like ones. Also, loading times crap.
Yeah, but it's better than the first 2015. I gotta say that.
Yeah, the multiplayer, like there's like a Sith like you can't have just do 1v1s. You have to do like like unlock it. You have to like play certain custom matches before you can play others, and so you can't just play against your friend.
Also, Darth Vader. You need to pay for Darth Vader.
And he was the most fun thing in the 2015.
Also, Luke if you're wondering, literally everyone is paid.
Yeah, like all of the iconic characters you have to pay for.
Hey, you want
Lando Calrissian?
Lando, no. But do you want the person that's in the multiplayer campaign? Not the multiplayer, the single player campaign.
Sure.
Well, yeah, you can have it. It's free.
Do you want Stormtrooper? Do you want Stormtrooper 1, 2, or 3?
Well, you can have them all.
Okay.
But no Darth Vader. You can play as Rey.
This is Rey and Finn.
Finn was added in later. I never.
The Sith side, they put so much more effort, and like it was really good compared to like because in one of the game modes you do get to play as Darth Vader if you're lucky, because it's like random who you're assigned to. So in one of the game modes, it's like Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and another guy who can shoot.
Yeah.
And then the other
Lizard Man.
I think so. Yeah. What's his name? Gebo.
Goose or something. Goss.
No, it's like it's Ebo. It's something Ebo. Grebo.
I think.
No, it's not Grebo. It's. Blanking on the name here.
Okay, let's just call him Grebo.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And then on the side of Rebels and stuff, it's Luke. Then there's Rey, which they're both not great. And then there's Finn. I think they're not fun. It's not fun.
And the multiplayers are so well made. I think DICE really put a lot of effort into this game. And if not for the EA coming in, this would have been
also, it's hard to... It's kind of like how I feel about PUBG, is that I don't understand... It's hard to play. I feel like... It's like... It's
yeah.
Like...
It's one of those games where you go in and everyone's so much better than you, so like Fortnite and all of the Call of Duty games.
And like, it's hard to shoot. Like, it's hard to get kills, because... things don't deal enough damage, and then you always die immediately.
I killed the guy that's like already leveled up because he lives in his mom's basement.
And
he pays to win. He has all the weapons for everyone. It's the best star cards maxed out.
Star cards are just like a
things that you can do.
buy.
Yeah. Also, you can unlock.
My dad tried to play it once. He's like, "This is so hard and crap. Like, you need it's like Fortnite just has a huge thing.
Yeah, it has a skill gap. It's all with all those multiplayer games.
Yeah. Like, there's some that don't really
Like,
have that
nobody
much.
plays Call of Duty except for the people who have
Who
been
are-
playing Call of Duty for 11 years.
Yeah, no one plays Call of Duty except for the people who are good at Call of Duty.
Yeah, because you get Call of Duty, and then you hate Call of Duty because everyone's better than you. Okay, we need to talk about Starfighter. Okay?
Yeah, okay, I liked it, kind of. Like, I think
It was amazing.
yeah, like,
It was
the controls
so...
were, like, the space. They did advertise it being like, oh, you don't just need to stay on top of a planet when you're playing. It's in outer space. You can go anywhere.
It was.
But it did have its limitations.
Oh, of
You did
course
have to
it had
stay within the
its
star belt or whatever.
limitations.
Like,
Of course it has its limitation. It's a multiplayer map.
it's not No Man's Sky.
But... but oh my god, it's so much better
It's
than the first one.
beautiful.
Like, the
Beautiful,
first one's like,
controls are
you
great.
want to have night starfighter battles in space? Well, no, you can have starfighter battles
On top.
above Tatooine.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
But with same as Darth Vader and Luke, you have to pay to get an X-wing, or like Luke's X-wing or whatever, and or like certain things. They're all pay.
It's like as bad as a mobile game. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like,
It is really just a very good graphics mobile game. I feel
Yeah.
like the controls are very similar to a mobile game as well.
that's true. Okay. Got it.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's very clean. The multiplayer battles are very clean and fun.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of
I
them are
really
just-
like the one.
I don't like any of the ranged guys. If you're a Jedi, you just don't die.
We need to talk about some of the maps. What's your favorite map?
The one that they advertised. The one where the
Naboo?
Naboo. That's beautiful.
Really? I thought that was kind of an ugly looking map. I'm sorry, I didn't like that
I haven't played on many other maps.
map. I loved Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk
Which
is
one's
really
that
nice.
one again?
Kashyyyk is the Wookiee. I played as much as until I played on all.
Oh, and our
maps.
friend pre-ordered the deluxe version and didn't stop playing it for 3 months or whatever.
Mhm.
He's like, oh my god, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down.
What was I gonna say?
Kashyyyk.
Yeah, they're adding in DLC, which is kind of free DLC.
Free.
Yeah, it's free DLC. So they put in Finn and Captain Phasma, who, just
That's nothing.
little thing. Captain Phasma is the most boring character in all of the Star Wars movies.
I don't
oh my
understand
God.
why
It's
she's
like,
there.
she was nothing in the first one. Fans want a better part for her to play. Okay, let's put her into The Last Jedi. Let's make her even worse.
Yeah.
Let's have her for 2 seconds, have her fight with Finn, and then
Die.
die.
Because he's got some sort of grudge.
Yeah, it was just totally
And she's
useless.
so
Okay,
boring.
back to the game.
Yes.
They are putting in free DLC. They put in an addition to the single player. We'll talk about the single player later. But they also put in a new map. You know the one from The Last Jedi, the Assault Planet?
Oh, that one.
That's an amazing map.
Like in the movie, it looked beautiful.
It's so nice.
I
Because
haven't played it.
you
this game,
start
so-
off, and then you can either go in like the weird sand things that are bad, or be a rebel and like go through trenches, and then you look and there are things in the. It's just so nicely done, and it's amazing DLC in my opinion. We're putting out new DLC apparently at E3.
I think
They were like,
EA was like looked at the reactions of people in their microtransactions, like, okay, we'll tone that down a bit.
in the announcement for Battlefront 2 at E3 like 2 years ago, they were like, so after hearing feedback from the first Battlefront game, we discovered some pretty good feedback, and there's like nothing. It's like,
It's like,
and some feedback on how to make it better. And like, God, there was no feedback on good feedback. Like, there's probably one like 60 out of 100 review.
Yeah.
And, like, God, it's bad. Bad game.
Also, like, I found it hard to play.
How?
Like, I didn't, like, I couldn't, like, get kills. And I found it really, like, annoying. It aggravated me a lot.
Yeah. Oh, kills are really satisfying. So.
I didn't think so. I thought it was...
When you hit someone's like, chink, and then thing appears.
I didn't find it very satisfying. I found it, like, I didn't like this game at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we've got to talk about the single player.
Single player was actually adequate for,
it was decent.
Like, compared to the rest.
At least they listened, because the first game, everybody's like, God, why is there no
single player campaign?
Single player campaign.
This would be so amazing.
It's bad
like,
with the single player. So they listened, but they put in more of a shooter multiplayer, single player, sorry, where it's more short. It's only 4 hours long, and that's really short for a Battlefront game, and it's boring. The entire advertisements for it was
more than
that it was going to be about a dark stormtrooper.
Escape.
That she's evil and she kills people. And then there's nothing about her turning rebel, so spoilers, she does. She turns rebel in about
2 minutes.
Half an hour through.
And like, we wanted to get the side of the Sith.
You have a mission where you're a stormtrooper and then you aren't anymore.
Yeah, you got a mission it's like, oh my
so
gosh, you're killing these random people?
The transition
I'm gonna kill you
so
now.
Funny. It's like, oh, Princess Leia's there. Oh, suddenly they're with the rebels.
Yeah.
But
I think the robot was I think many of the aspects of the campaign was very well done.
Yeah, you're right.
Some of the enemies were just stupid.
Yeah, was there like any boss fights or anything? It was just a bunch of fighting missions over.
Oh, there was a ATST or whatever.
Oh yeah.
As a boss fight.
Yeah, what was your favorite? Did you finish it? I finished it. I didn't play the DLC though. They put DLC. They put more DLC into it. And it was like, oh my god, it's DLC.
I think it's really just lost all of its hype. Every part of this game.
It lost all its hype.
It's so forgettable.
Such a forgettable experience. Such a bad, forgettable experience.
The only thing that I liked about this game was the flying and a part of the single player campaign.
Yeah.
The flying was genuinely good. Like,
yeah, flying around in the starship is amazing. Just really well done. Really good mechanics. And I do appreciate that they're trying to redeem themselves just a tiny bit.
With the DLC taking away the microtransactions.
They're still an awful company. But it's like, okay, fine, you're trying to redeem yourself. Then redeem yourself. Sure, add in free DLC, but still no one's gonna play your game because you already ruined it when it came out. You can't really redeem yourself for that.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was DLC because I stopped caring.
The disappointment for everyone surrounding it. Because, God, it's just so disappointing. It's the most probably disappointing game of my life. Probably.
Yeah.
That was the first game I've ever pre-ordered, and I'm not going to pre-order a game anymore. Because I just shouldn't. It's like...
Like, I was thinking of pre-ordering the Amazing Spider-Man game.
Oh, that game looks fun. That game looks like a rip-off of Arkham.
So
the Batman games.
But so did Battlefront 2. That looked fun.
True.
So I'm going to wait until it comes out and watch the review. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'll wait, look at what people say.
And
because I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play Battlefront 2. And then the early reviews came out, and I was like, oh, I just lost $80.
That's like 4 months for me of allowance and like working and stuff.
That's more than 4 months for me.
Yeah, no, like no, I have to like do like mowing lawns and like shoveling dirt and stuff like that for 4 months, and then like on top of like allowance, and I got the game. Like I got half of the game because my dad paid for the other half, and it was just like I think I still owe my dad the $40 because he's like you owe me $40 because you tricked me into buying this.
It's like, why did you do this? We could have bought a new car. But we bought Battlefront 2.
Or we could have bought a better game.
Yeah, you could have bought Shadow Colossus.
Well, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it existed. I only bought it because you bought it, actually.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
That's the only game you played forever, and I was like, it's the only game everyone talked about, so I was like, it was like kind of like the Fortnite thing. I was like, I guess I should get it because to know what they're talking about.
You didn't like it, right?
No, I hated it. It looks stupid. And then I got it because James wouldn't stop talking about it. And then I was like, it's not the worst game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty
I've been stuck on like this one, second little boss. And I hated him. I just couldn't stop.
Hey, do you have anything else to talk about Battlefront?
No, I think that's
okay. So, that's done for video game review and our movie review. So we're moving on to our 2 one-timers. So one-timers are
we better make this quick because of we not better make it whole quick, but I mean like we shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, I guess. Adventures are infinite.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, quick. We can go quick.
Okay, one-timers. Song.
What?
Please.
Okay, song plays. We're not gonna have a song.
One-timers.
One-timers! Yay! Okay,
yeah.
So.
Okay, one-timers. So.
What's our first one-timer? Because we have 2 one-timers today, and I'm gonna say both of them right now. So we're doing favorite movies, and then we're gonna talk about Studio Ghibli. So do you want to do favorite movies or Studio Ghibli first?
I don't know. Many of my favorite movies are Studio Ghibli, so maybe we should just talk about Studio Ghibli, and then we'll transition to favorite movies afterwards.
Okay, sure. But that means that you can't talk about them.
Too many Studio Ghibli.
Okay, how about let's do favorite movies, but challenge free. You can't talk about Studio Ghibli movies.
Okay.
And then we talk about Studio Ghibli. Because you're right, Studio Ghibli is the foundation for my childhood.
It is. They are legends.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But favorite movies, we're gonna alternate.
Sure, you go first.
Okay, sure. I'll think of one. What's my all-time favorite movie? Because I have many. My all-time favorite movie is Alien. But we all talked about Alien, so let's say, okay, what's a movie that I liked? Okay, I have it. Best Christmas movie of all time. We might review it later on, but I really like Die Hard.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it. I'll talk about it.
I haven't seen it. I'll spoil it for you.
It's an amazing action movie. This movie rivals, like, everything. This movie rivals the Matrix. That's it. This movie is quite good. And it has John McClane, who's the main guy, and he is a cop, and then there's a building, and then terrorists are in the building, and he's stuck in the building. Terrorists, and he thinks the terrorists. But which makes this movie amazing is John McClane's character is
I can't actually add anything to it.
Yeah, I know you
can't. No idea what you're talking about.
John McClane's character he's vulnerable. He isn't like a supreme, amazing god who can withstand bullets like all other action heroes like John Wick. Which is a very good movie. But he survives everything. But John McClane, like, he walks on glass, he gets shot, and he loses blood, he faints, he gets into fist fights, like, breaks his nose. It's amazing. And he's a really well-made character, and I think that really made the movie for me. The action sequences are great. Snape. Rest in peace, Snape.
No, wait.
You know, but Snape is... God, I forget his name! I know the actor's name and then I go on the podcast and I forget his name. But, yeah, no, he's really good in this movie. I just can't think of anything else to say. I just really like this movie. So moving on to you. What's another?
One of my all-time favorite movies is Speed.
On the same note as Die Hard.
Yeah. I think it is a very well-done movie. Almost everyone is very fleshed out. Yeah. And there's
we gotta talk about the plot, because the plot is like the best part of it.
There are consequences for people's actions, which in other movies don't happen, such as John Wick.
Yeah.
He gets shot and there's no consequences.
Yeah. His dog dies. Oh God, spoilers! Okay,
It was inevitable.
Okay, it was inevitable. Probably everybody knows about that, but...
Sorry.
Sorry if you haven't seen John Wick. Watch John Wick.
Besides that, there's no consequence of what he does.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't a consequence of his actions.
You need to talk about the plot of Speed.
So, this... I don't know whether I should reveal this at the start or at the end. I'm just gonna reveal it at the start. Yeah!
Okay!
Spoilers! This ex-cop, is a bit miffed, I guess you could say, because he's retired and he's like, wow, being a cop is not fulfilling. I'd rather be a villain. And so he's a villain.
So he's the villain.
What the thing is that he plants a bomb on a bus, and he tells Keanu Reeves, which is the main character, and he's like, figure this out. Yeah, the bus can't go underneath a certain amount of miles per hour.
Okay, so the bus...
You explain it, because I can't explain this very well.
If the bus goes over 50 miles per hour, it starts. The bomb starts, and it's... Oh, yeah. And then if it goes under after that...
The bomb is armed if it goes over 50 miles per hour, and if it goes underneath 50 miles per hour, the bomb explodes.
Yeah. So...
killing the bus.
Very fun plot.
Yes.
For a very stressful movie.
Yeah, it's very stressful, very intense, and very fun.
The first action sequence is actually... I really like it. It's a bit more cliche than the bus with the bomb, but it's like a bunch of people in an elevator, and it's really well made.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a very stressful scene.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. You have anything else to add about it?
I like that all the tricks with the bus that were done were actually done.
They were actually done, so it jumped over this massive gap.
Like at least 10.
Its most famous scene, you probably heard of it. A bus jumps over this massive gap in a bridge.
And it's done in real life.
Yeah, it was done in real life. It's practical.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have anything else to say? Okay, we need to talk about the best movie of all time ever made. Speed 2 Cruise Control. A true masterpiece.
It's the same thing as Speed, but on a boat.
Keanu Reeves. It's the sequel to Speed. So you already know it's bad.
Because Keanu Reeves wasn't even willing to star in it.
So they just got Julia Roberts. And she's on a boat.
And it's the same thing as Speed, except it's on a
boat.
So you can go anywhere on a boat. You can just get into a life pod and just jump off a boat and just let it explode, or just get into another boat.
Okay.
Which was really funny.
A very bad movie.
Yes, it sounds really bad. It got 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Is it my turn to say a movie now? You can go after me, then I'll go, then you'll go, and then we'll stop.
I don't even know if I have that many favorite movies.
You probably do. Tintin. Probably don't know it.
Tintin the movie.
2012, Steven Spielberg. For kids. Not exactly for kids, it's really good. It's live action. Not live action,
It's like
but
CGI,
it's like
every character
what
is like
called? It's
CGI is a
God, there's a word for it, but it's like Planet of the Apes style. Motion capture.
that,
It's motion captured.
which is really good.
It has Andy Serkis in it, and I forget who plays Tintin, but I remember Andy Serkis because he's good. But I was a fan of Tintin when I was little. I still am. I still love Tintin.
I haven't really read one
I
of
hate
those books.
calling it Tintin because I read it in French.
So it's Tintin.
Yeah, I love Tintin. But they changed this movie. They made it the
They made a
English
mix of almost
movie.
every one of the books.
they made the English movie, and it's Tintin. So I guess I'll call it Tintin because it's the English version. But I always read it in French, and I thought that the English versions of those books are bad,
Well, they were the same, just in English.
and they were badly written. Okay, back to the movie. It's by Steven Spielberg. It's 2012. I want a sequel to it.
I thought they were going to make a sequel.
I don't know. It's
think they're-
still like in pre-production, and it probably will never happen. But it's a very fun action movie. It's a very, very fun action movie.
Yeah.
Filled with amazing set pieces. It's like Uncharted,
If you know what that is.
a movie.
Hmm.
So it's.
And it's
Steven
got some
Spielberg.
pretty good comedy. Like when
Yeah.
Captain Haddock launches the rocket launcher backwards
Yeah, it's.
and then explodes the dam. That was kind of funny.
I was so into Tintin when I was little that I got this like snowy. I hate the word snowy. God.
Really? You hate the word snowy?
I like Milou so much better. Milou is what he's called in French. So, I'm just gonna call him Milou. Milou is Tintin's dog. And I'm so into it that I got him a Milou stuffy. And I was always sleeping with it. It was so cute. I probably have pictures of it, but I really like that stuffy.
Mhm.
That's probably as much as I'm gonna say about that one. So
It's
go
good. Go watch it.
Yeah.
The Incredibles.
Okay.
Why not? I
Why
like this movie. I
Me
thought
too.
it was really good. I thought it was really funny, and you could like sympathize with the villain, which I always like in a villain.
Mhm.
I think he did take it a bit over the top, but I always like that you can in a villain that you can sympathize with their motives.
Yeah. So like a really good example of that, if you've not seen it, but Avengers Infinity War, the villain is amazing.
Thanos.
Yeah.
I've been spoiled literally almost everything.
Yeah, it's sad. So I was spoiled right off the bat.
Of everything that happens.
And we're not going to spoil that for you because that's a very, 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 very good Marvel movie. You can watch that. So back to The Incredibles, sorry.
Everyone has seen this. I don't want to spoil it just because I'm too lazy to spoil it.
Yeah.
It's got, like, redeemable characters. It's funny. It's sweet. But in, like, an action way.
The action is fantastic.
The action is amazing. Frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Where is my super suit?
Where is...
Why do you need to know? The world is in danger. Our relationship is in danger.
But it's for the greater good. I'm your wife. I'm the greatest good you'll ever have. That is such an iconic scene.
Oh my god.
No,
Yeah, what did you think of The Incredibles 2?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
You should see it.
Don't spoil it.
It's good.
Okay, don't spoil it. So, everyone is relatable. It is just, it is a normal family, but with superpowers.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Who's your favorite of the bunch? It's hard because they're all good.
Probably Violet. I want her power the most.
The invisibility.
And force field.
I don't know. I don't really like any of their superpowers. I would probably want Elastigirl's superpower. It's like super long. It would be fun.
Okay, I've seen the
tickle
trailer.
someone For, like,
I've seen the trailer for Incredibles 2,
Yeah.
and I'd want the person who can teleport things.
oh yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So like.
It
Okay.
seems like all trailers now just spoil everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I should have found out about that person who
There's
can
some
teleport
really
things.
bad animated trailers.
Oh, it's also a great animated movie. Just
Oh yeah, great Pixar
Animation's
movie.
good.
Best Pixar movie in my opinion. Ratatouille's up there, but I
yeah,
really
Ratatouille.
like.
I completely forgot. Ratatouille is like, yeah, was probably next unless you review it.
I'm not gonna review it. I like Ratatouille, but I don't love it. God, I have 2 more ones that I really like.
Okay, just do your 2.
Do your 2 and then you can do one?
No, I don't even need to do one. Just do your 2.
You should talk about Ratatouille and then I'll talk about
Okay, no,
2.
you do your 2.
Yeah, sure. Then you need to talk about Ratatouille. Okay? Okay, first one, I'm gonna make these quick. First one is Insidious.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, of course I haven't seen it because you don't like horror.
Nope.
It's an older James Wan film, horror movie, PG-13. It's the best PG-13 horror movie that I've ever seen. And because they're usually bad, PG-13 horror movies, because...
Unfriended. I don't think that's even PG-13.
I think that's R.
Yeah.
You need...
I've seen a lot of reviews.
So with PG-13 movies, horror movies, but it's usually the case, is they're like...
I think a World
oh
War
my
Z.
god. World War Z isn't a horror movie. Is
Oh
it?
yeah, it's action, kind of half horror.
Yeah. But there's a... What was I talking about?
Insidious.
Okay, yeah, so PG-13 phenomenon. All PG-13 movies are just like... All PG-13 horror movies, they need more of a demographic that will watch it that isn't R, because if they make it R, they won't have enough people watching it. So they make it, like, as tame as possible. They'll add one F word in it. So, yeah, it's just... There are a lot of really bad PG-13 horror movies. So, like, whenever you see the new horror movie coming on, you're like, oh my god, it's gonna be scary. And then you see that's PG-13. Like, Slenderman is an example.
The new Slenderman movie. It's a video game. Why would you turn it into a movie?
It's not just a video
Wait, no, it's like,
It's
that's how I know
creepypasta.
it.
It's a creepypasta.
What is that? What is creepypasta?
Scary horror told on Reddit. Bad. Like the
But it was
Russian sleep experiment.
It was turned into a...
And Jeff the Killer.
It was turned into a video game. And that's how I know about it.
Yeah, you probably know about it from video. But yeah, it was an actual thing. It was actually a really dark thing that happened.
Did it actually happen?
No, just 2 girls committed suicide, I think. It's really dark inside in the prison. So,
Yeah,
let's
change
just
the
stop talking
subject.
about Slenderman!
Well, no,
But,
let's talk about the movie. It looks crap.
Do you want to talk about Slenderman right now, or do you want me to continue talking about
continue.
Insidious?
Okay, Insidious.
Okay, Insidious, it's good. It's a good horror movie. I recommend it. Scary villain, scary ghosts, scary jump scares, scary good things. The jump scares there are no fake jump scares. I think.
Doesn't that bother you? Fake jump
Oh, I
scares?
hate fake jump scares.
Hi, I'm your friend. I'm gonna take you to the next plot point.
How about,
And you're never
oh
gonna
god,
see me
it's so
again.
dark. Oh, there's someone that I see in the darkness. Oh, it's your friend Lisa.
I'm gonna take you to the next plot point. Then you're never gonna see me again.
Yep. I'm gonna take you to the next plot point and then die. Okay, yeah, I don't need to talk about my other movie.
No.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. We can talk about it in a video.
Okay. Oh, is it the... Okay. No, I don't actually... I think this is a good place to end this section.
This section, sure.
The next one is... Insert music, please.
It's Studio Ghibli King, and I know the way it turned the music off. We already mentioned it. Studio Ghibli, our childhood.
Yeah. A legend.
Probably don't know
The
what
myth,
Studio Ghibli
the
is.
legend. Wait, what is it again? Like the legend,
The myth,
like,
the man, the myth, the legend.
yeah.
Okay. But Studio Ghibli is a Japanese anime company.
Films used to be.
Animation. Yeah,
Used
they
to
were
be.
shut down. I hate
They were shut down by Disney, taking over everything.
Disney's actually gonna destroy the world.
It's gonna take over.
Disney's gonna be like our gods. It's gonna be like bow before the Walt Disney throne. There's
Bow
just a
before
picture of
Mickey
Walt
Mouse.
Disney and it's like bowing. Okay, no. Studio Ghibli, very good. Animated Japanese.
Not over sexual.
Yeah,
which
like
many animes
every single
are.
anime, it's very artistic.
They take very liberal strokes with the female characters, which is I don't actually.
Yeah, no,
like
anime is kind of weird. I don't really like anime. I know a lot of
I like
people
some.
like anime.
I like the action sequences. I
Except
just
for
don't.
Pokemon, I was
Yeah,
addicted to
Pokemon's the
Pokemon. Yeah, okay,
They took Pokemon Black off of Netflix.
cool.
So sad.
What's your,
I wanted to binge watch that, like, marathon it.
okay, if you don't know what Studio Ghibli, look them up. They're amazing. Watch, like, 5 of their movies. Watch
They
one of
only
them.
have 5 movies, really.
No, they don't. They have so many movies. Look
I've
up
only
Studio Ghibli. Okay.
Oh, no, don't get off the page. Dude, don't get off the page.
do
It'll
you mean?
crash again. Remember? Last
Yeah.
time?
Sure, fine.
Sorry.
Sorry, crashed last time we got off the page. But there's so many more than 5 Studio Ghibli
Okay.
movies.
I thought there was like 13 or something.
Yeah, like about.
Yeah, okay. That's how many I thought.
So I'll name the ones I know. My Neighbor Totoro. For the longest time, I thought it was My Friend Totoro, which
Really?
I would actually rather say Totoro.
Really?
My Friend Totoro.
He's their neighbor.
He lives in their house.
Okay, should we explain My Neighbor Totoro?
Wait, let's do that after.
Okay.
There's Princess Mononoke, House Moving Castle, Castle in the Clouds, right? Or City in the Clouds.
The City in the Clouds.
And then there's Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind. There's
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away, and then there's Porco Rosso. Which
There's so many.
I don't think anyone really knows about Porco Rosso except me
If you've heard about Studio Ghibli, you've probably heard about Spirited Away.
and My Neighbor Totoro. Probably those two.
Probably Spirited Away because it won awards.
It creeped me
Do you
out.
want to talk about Spirited Away first?
Let's do My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay.
We're gonna like give short descriptions because
Yeah.
short descriptions are better.
My Neighbor Totoro.
These people moved to this new house.
Amazing.
The
I
gra-
love this
Art
movie to
style.
death.
arts.
I love
I'm
it
not even gonna comment on
so much. It's such a good movie. If you like animated movies, watch this movie right now.
Especially like it's good 2D animation, kind of. Like
It's really good. It's drawn, so it's amazing
it's-
animation.
mhm. I
Just
like that.
go watch this movie now. It's the cutest thing. I
Like,
love this.
There doesn't even need to be too much conflict in this movie for everyone to go hyper insane
You
over it.
probably know who Totoro is.
If you
I should
don't,
get a
have you
Totoro
been
shirt.
If you don't, you've been living under a rock your whole life.
Have you ever seen those, like,
Big-
they're these, like, stuffy plushies?
Which
Just
is
look up Totoro and you recognize who Totoro is.
um,
Totoro is so good.
okay. So
Amazing.
these people, their mom is sick, and she gets moved to this new hospital. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And so they move with her, but she's still in the hospital. And they go to this house, and it's like they have like a old lady who lives next door, and it's like this is has a grandchild, who's like not really part of.
God, I haven't watched that movie, like, a year, and I should watch it. I watched it, like, in a year.
So let me continue.
Sure, continue.
So the grandmother is like, so there's these two kids. One's really young. One's like 11 years old or something. Then they kind of check out this new house. It's really old and rickety, and it's like
They're these really cool
there's like dust
black
bunnies,
dust bunnies.
and like the old lady's like, ooh, dust bunnies. like oh, it's our dust bunny. And then they find this person, this
Thing called Totoro.
yeah. Well,
And he's a big, humongous cat slash panda
Bear.
slash dog slash bear.
it's like a big anime furry thing.
It's so
It's so
cute.
he's so adorable.
Cute. He's like big.
you
He's
know
like
how things.
and he flies up with his umbrella and they fly away.
Okay, so you know how things are many small things are cute, and how it's hard to get a big thing to be cute because like they're big.
Uh-huh.
This one pulls off the big thing being like adorable and gentle, like the big gentle beast.
And he's like.
The,
And the bus scene
Yeah, it's a cat bus.
where he has the tiny umbrella.
And it's just like, and he's like, and it's
I'm
raining.
probably gonna get us
It's like this it's like holding this little umbrella, and he's like, like raindrops on it, and he likes the sound, and so he jumps really hard on the ground, and then more raindrops fall. It's really funny.
So
it's
good.
adorable. And then there's a lot of mini Totoros.
Yeah, there are 2 mini Totoros that fulfill the small, cute Totoros aspect. So if you have a small child, watch this with your small child. The small child will love.
Because there's no conflict, there's no tense.
I mean, there is.
There's
a sick mother.
Yeah, but like, she doesn't seem that sick from what I've
seen.
And
then she gets better at the end. So
yeah, it's a good thing because like.
Let's stop fanboying about Totoro and talk about another really good Studio Ghibli movie.
Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
I forget it so much. You just talk about it because I don't remember this movie.
Okay, there's this valley. It's the Valley of the Wind. There's this person named Nausicaa. Yeah.
That's just
deep stuff there.
Deep. Are we done talking about it now?
Yeah. No. So there's this like all over the world. There's this like poisonous spore forest that is growing over everything, and these giant insects are things there, and then it's like there's this evil people who bring up these giant alien monster things, and it's hard to explain it without giving everything
cool
away.
movie.
It's very cool. It's like what you'd show like a 10-year-old. Like if we're like rating them, Totoro's like small child. Like it's like
small child for like 90-year-olds. Totoro's for all ages.
Yeah. And then like Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind is it's really, I think, sweet, and it's got like some.
Does it?
I think.
Okay, spoilers. If I'm right, doesn't everything die at the end?
No. No.
Princess Mononoke.
I haven't seen Princess Mononoke. I think I have seen it once, and I don't remember.
Okay, moving on to Princess Mononoke.
Wait. And there's these giant, adorable bug creatures called Ohms.
She's talking about some dark.
Yeah, okay. You go to Princess Mononoke.
Which is Princess Mononoke is older one of Studio Ghibli's movies, and it's very. I'm just gonna unplug this computer because I think it's gonna die of overheatness.
Well, stop.
It actually does, just a bit.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so it's
I don't actually remember this.
Very violent. It's a violent movie. It's like the first scene. She's like, Princess Mononoke is like cutting people's heads off, and there's blood everywhere. It doesn't really stop. There are a lot of really brutal scenes in this movie. Sorry. Okay, so, yeah. So my family was like, yeah. My family was in this phase where we watched Studio Ghibli movies, and we were like, oh, this one looks cool, it's at the library. So then we got it. I was like,
wow.
Is young James ready for this? I don't think he is.
It's fun though.
It's a very good movie.
Okay, moving on because we're just giving really short descriptions.
Yep.
Another one is I don't think I've ever seen House Moving Castle, so I can't review
I watched
it.
it a very long time ago.
But Castle in the Sky, or I'm pretty sure it's Castle in the Sky, because it's a castle in the sky.
Yeah, I think it's
And the sky like builds a hot air balloon to it. I think I watched it in this like.
We watched it together a really long time ago.
Yeah, and then I watched it again in England in this restaurant. It was fun.
It's a very nice.
It's like My Neighbor Totoro, but like.
Really? You think it's like it's
No,
pretty dark?
Yes, it's dark and everyone is. Never mind. But like, I guess like it's gentle. I feel like many of the characters are just gentle. Like, there's this one robot that's just really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has some really cool imagery. You just need to look up all of these movies and just look at the imagery because it's fantastic. It's just so good.
I don't find the dubbing quite great.
Yeah.
The English dubbing. I'd rather watch it with subtitles in Japanese. Like
they get really big actors to
Yeah.
voice them. Like it's kind of funny.
And like the dubbing's not even that good. But that's the only bad thing, really.
Yeah.
Okay, you do
I
Spirited
watched
Away.
Howl's
Oh, you can do Howl's.
in Castle a while back. That's okay.
That's all.
It's
you can
apparently
say.
really popular.
I
I
haven't
find
seen
it that good. I thought
Okay.
it was fine.
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. Childhood trauma time.
Yeah, this is
Oh my
scary.
god. This
daylights. Wow.
this movie's scary and
Parent turning to
weird.
pigs.
and
Yeah.
gruesome.
Old witch lady Baba Yaga thing.
Baba Yaga.
That's
Right.
the person with the chicken leg house thing.
Okay, I only remember some parts of this movie. I should probably watch it again. But
I haven't
oh
seen
my
the full
god.
movie.
Okay, so
So, parents turn into pigs
parents get turned into pigs.
to be slaughtered for livestock.
That's like off the bat in the first 20 minutes
Yeah.
of this movie.
Like, and just the imagery is so.
She walks around the corner
Weird.
and they're like, and like on these plates.
So this is like all you can eat, and then the food turns into a pig.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's really weird. She goes into the spirit world and there's a very weird barfing scene.
I don't remember
I
that.
think there's a
I don't
barfing
think
scene.
I've seen this movie.
I forget.
But I haven't seen the full movie.
It's very
It's
disturbing
scary.
imagery.
And there's this like really creepy old lady.
It's very disturbing imagery for small children.
And
But it won
older
Academy
children.
Awards. It's probably the most high. It's the most.
I think it's well deserving
award-winning.
of this award.
It's the most
so.
award-winning Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah. This Porco Rosso.
What is Porco Rosso?
It's where this guy was. This guy got turned into a pig, but like a human pig, and he was in love
Studio
with this
Ghibli,
girl.
and they're turning into pigs.
He was in love with this woman, and then something happened. They broke up. I haven't actually seen this whole movie. Seen the start. He's a bounty hunter. Yeah, that's all I know.
It's not. Is it good?
It's about planes and stuff. It's actually. It's,
Yeah, I remember the plane sequences. They were good.
They
right?
were good. Yeah, this is. I think it's a really like. I think this is a very sweet movie because it's like this pig guy trying to turn back into a guy and like learning how to love again. and stuff.
There's one more spirit. God, I'm just gonna pause the podcast right now because I need to look it up because I love this movie.
Okay. Yeah, we're back. We looked
Yeah,
at
we're
it.
back. We looked at things.
Movies.
And then I wanted to talk about Kiki's Delivery Service, a very charming movie about a witch. Well,
haven't
a
seen
young girl witch. It's very, very nice. It's
Okay.
very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ponyo.
Okay.
Weird movie.
Doesn't like the entire world get flooded or something?
Yeah, the entire world is flooded. This fish person, little baby girl thing, is like being held captive.
It's a very, very kids movie.
It's a kids movie, but it's like weird.
It's like, anime weird. It's an anime weird.
But not like sexual, which is good.
No, yeah.
None of these are sexual.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at. What the? I hate how I am
Sorry,
scrolling.
it's just bad computer. Just make it.
Okay.
There you go. Sorry.
No. Okay, you know how like you're trying to like move the page out and then you never can get it because it like moves. Yeah, it's happening.
Just click on the list of Studio Ghibli works.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, go down.
Okay. I've never seen this one. Grave of the Fireflies. Cool.
Oh, dude, Castle in the Sky was the first one that he ever made.
Ooh, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
My Neighbor's the Yamat. Okay, Spirited Away.
I'm looking at all of these.
I haven't seen.
Oh,
any.
Tales from Earthsea was Arrietty. The Secret World of Arrietty is a very
This one?
It's a very.
I don't remember this one.
It's about small people. It's like.
Yes,
It's
I
about
remember this
small
one.
people,
Oh
and
my
there's
gosh,
a
this is
cat in it.
beautiful.
It's a really nice one. It's not the best,
It
but
was,
it's still a really.
it's charming. I have
From
not
Up on
seen this
Poppy
one.
Hills was boring.
Okay, I haven't seen it. The Wind
We're just going
Rises.
through. The Wind Rises. Oh, The Wind Rises was really sweet.
I don't remember this
It
one.
was about a painter. It's about a painter, and then she paints.
Wasn't she
It was-
deaf or something?
I think there's something about that, but it was really nice.
Okay.
And the
Tale
last
of the
one.
Princess.
No, I don't
I
know
haven't
that
seen that one.
But
And then when Marnie was here.
the last
when,
one
when
was
Marnie
when
was there.
Marnie was there, and
I haven't seen this one.
apparently it was really sad because it was the last one that they ever
It's 2014.
made. Yeah. I wish they kept making things.
I hate
Hate my life.
Disney. Hate Disney. Disney's
Yeah.
mean.
They
Oh
didn't
wait,
really-
what?
They
Okay.
didn't really make that much else. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So we just looked at those.
Yeah.
All
so,
good movies. Studio Ghibli, amazing company.
So
Some weird ones.
yeah, I
But-
think. Is there anything else we have to talk about?
Yeah, I think Studio Ghibli is done. Oh, Studio Ghibli being done?
Yeah.
Marks the end of the episode.
See
So-
you next one.
No, just,
Have a good life.
very
That's how we ended the last one. I hope you
Yeah.
have a good life,
good,
and see you in the next episode.
guys. Fun times.
Yes.
Fun times.
Fun times. Fun times.